Sometimes the scariest stories don't start with dark alleys or dangerous strangers. They start with something as scary as running to the store. In Maryland, a 19-year-old told her father she was stepping out for a few minutes and she never came back. What followed was a heartbreaking discovery and serious questions about why the system allowed her killer to go free. On that night, a young woman from Maryland told her father she was going to get gas, and sadly she didn't return home. And her father, like any father did, at some point he began to get worried, and he trusted his instincts, and he decided to go out and try to find her himself. And that's when he made a disturbing discovery. Her car was parked on the wrong side of the street next to a fire hydrant. It didn't make sense, and what's even more crazy, there was no signs of her in the vehicle. Investigators quickly pulled footage from Ring doorbell cameras, and what they saw deepened the mystery even more. The video showed her walking away from her vehicle with only her key fob and her purse, which it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you walk away from your car at like 1 a.m? It's not safe. And why would she leave her car parked illegally and walk on foot? Was she meeting somebody? Did she feel safe? These questions would be answered later in the most tragic way possible. As the investigation continued, police began to put their attention on this dude that they felt like knew her or had some type of connection with her in some way, shape, or form. And it just so happened that he was an illegal immigrant. Red flag. He was an illegal immigrant. And the house he lived at, the roommate said they heard grown-up activities going on in his room. It sounded like one of the parties, mainly the young lady, did not condone what was going on. So more than likely, he was taking what he wanted from her by force. And at some point during the encounter, things took a tragic turn where this illegal immigrant unalived her instead of letting her leave safely. Her body was later discovered dumped on the side of a highway. That ain't right, bro. A life so full of potential cut short by this demonic act of violence that should have never happened. Even more disturbing are reports about this dude's past. Sources say that this dude was caught already by law enforcement, and instead of taking him through the deportation process, he was allowed to go free. And this was the consequence of letting this dude, who was an illegal immigrant, back into society. Because I believe they say he was already convicted of, in wherever he's from, of doing these type of things and other crimes, you feel me? This raises painful questions. Why was he released? Could this tragedy have been prevented? And how many more families are at risk when dangerous individuals like this slip through the cracks? For the family of this 19-year-old girl, there's no answers that can bring her back. But her story is a reminder that policies and decisions have real consequences, real life consequences, sometimes life and death consequences. Let me know, what do y'all think? Should the authorities have done more? Should changes be made to how cases like this are handled? Let me know what your thoughts are, respectfully, in the comments. And if you want to hear more stories like this, stories that deserve to be told, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. All notifications. But listen, real quick though, I just want to say that this was a life that mattered. I just want to extend my heartfelt condolences to the family. I know the pain because, I lost my father back in February. I'm here with you, and I pray God move into y'all lives and, just give y'all peace in this season of y'all lives, okay? This was not supposed to happen. But like I say, man, God bless y'all. To the parents, God bless you guys. And may she rest in peace. Love and condolences to y'all. But listen, man, like I always say, man, get out your flesh and get in the spirit. God bless.